Well, hey there. It's a sports algorithm update for the review of Thursday, the recap of Thursday, November 18th, I believe it was, yesterday, 2021. We are early in the morning on Friday the 19th. Let's talk about football, then we'll talk about hockey, then we'll talk about college basketball, because that's what we do here. All right, so we have a football game on Thursday night. I caught a little bit of it. I was running around. I was actually convincing a woman who refuses to get vaccinated to invest in Moderna stock options. That's what I was doing tonight because I live a busy life. It was fun. She did it. She's up money. But let's talk about football first. So we have the Patriots winning and covering the 7 points like we talked about. That's good. This moved up to 7 points actually tonight. I did bet it. I won that bet. I also bet the Patriots to score at least 27 points. And I think that Matt Ryan on Atlanta also had a bet on the Patriots to score 27 points because he decided to throw interceptions under 2 minutes left in the game, like two of them directly to the Patriots. One of them was a pick six, and I think he tried to do it again. Unfortunately, they kneeled and did not score. I was rooting for them to kick a meaningless field goal. That was kind of funny. As you can see, Atlanta is a terrible team, and the Patriots did cover 6.5. Good for them. I was actually thinking about something before we move on to hockey real quick, which was, why is it that I feel like on Thursday nights, teams generally don't score as much? And I realized, well, we can actually look at that. We have predictions of that. Let's open up every single week and show every Thursday night. And let's see if our total point predictions, how they compared to the projected total points with the actual total points. Are our projected total points over here, are they greener and bigger than the actual total points that are scored? The answer is kinda, no, a little, yes, they're more. Actually, wait a minute, yeah. Okay, we predicted more. We predicted 45, there was 25. We predicted 45, there was 50. We predicted 56, there was 60. We predicted 40, there were 45. We predicted 41, there were 32. We predicted 38, there were... Actually, you know what? There isn't really any rhyme or reason to this. Okay, that answered my question. I guess my memory is a little bit faulty, and the points that are scored on Thursday night are somewhat normal and not less than normal. That's what I wanted to check. It's nice that we can just do a quick little synopsis to see that. Anyway, whatever, Patriots win. They were supposed to win, and they covered. So good for them. Let's move on to hockey. So, a 9-2 day, apparently. I had an enormous parlay that ended with Anaheim to win, and Anaheim lost. So, I'm a little bit salty. Enormous parlay. It's so sad. I didn't expect to win it. I just bet it for fun, which is what betting is supposed to be, honestly. We're not supposed to be making a living off this. We're supposed to be enjoying ourselves and watching games. And the truth is, I did enjoy the shootout between Columbus and Arizona, and Columbus somehow coming back and winning that shootout. Good for them. Good for Off the Wall Hockey Guy, who gets another pick that wins in a row. Good for all that. I'm glad. It was enjoyable, but man, it's annoying that God damn it, that Anaheim lost this game. But they played well. They tried. So let's talk about the games real quick. Calgary wins. I mean, look at the projected scores. We're like, it's going to be 5-1. They win 5-0. We're like, it's going to be 4-2, and they only won 2-1. Okay, we didn't get that one perfectly. We're like, it's going to be 5-2. They win 6-0. It's going to be 5-3. They win 4-1. It's going to be 4-2. They win 4-3. Oh yeah. Sorry. Before the scores came in, this was the game that was the 3-3 tie game. I told everybody to bet the tie. Somebody apparently did bet the 3-3 tie, and they let me know it in the YouTube video. Good for you, Haas. Way to go, man. B. Haas. Good job. I'm sure that paid at least 12 or 15-1 probably. Good for you. What else? I didn't bet it for some reason. I don't have prop bets where I am. I couldn't do it. San Jose and St. Louis. St. Louis predicted 4-1. It's 4-1. Why not? Ville Husso has got a goals against of 0.5. He's unbelievable. I have to manually adjust his goals against because it was 0. And whenever you divide by 0, it breaks everything. So I had to give him a goals against of 1 just because the freaking thing breaks otherwise. That was funny. Good for him. Dallas and Minnesota. Minnesota destroys it. Good for them. Here we have a loss with Winnipeg and Edmonton, but a really close game. Did this game go to overtime? It might have, because this was another one of our tie games, right? That's funny. Columbus wins in a shootout and saves the day until Anaheim lost. And then Detroit loses to Vegas. We had this being a closer game, I think, so I feel like that the scores skew that a little bit. And then, of course, Carolina, a very good team, by the way, beats Anaheim. So 9-2 day. Hockey has a great day. Now let's go to basketball. 2 games still going on. Are they still going on? Are they over yet? Wyoming and Washington, and Arkansas Pine Bluff is losing to Portland. Let's just put a final score in there for the Arkansas game. 74-84. Let's call it that, even if it doesn't finish that way. And what's going on in the Wyoming-Washington? Because I want to get some final numbers. It's too close to call right now. I think we have Wyoming. So let's go and look at the results. And you know what? I mean, people have said good things. I bet some of these games, but not all of them. And here's what we can say. So I like the reliability of some certain types of things that happen in this file. For example, today our pot of gold picks are home underdogs. I told everybody to stay away from New Mexico State. Maybe you've learned the lesson by now. Never listen to me and always listen to the algorithm. Of course they win that game before it's even like 5 p.m. on the East Coast. Good for them. And they won by 11. Northern Arizona, not a problem. Wins by 10, right? So both of our home underdogs hit. Great. Good job. What about the rest of our home games? And the reason why I bring up home games is because I feel like we should almost only be betting on home teams. They are so much more reliable than away teams, as you will see in a second. You end up going 21-2. You win 91% of your games. You're only 12-11 on the spread. So a lot of these home teams are favored, and it's more difficult to win the games on the spread. But they just flat out win. I mean, what did we talk about today? We said, hey, take Weber State, take FIU. Not an FIU problem. They both win, right? By 15 and by 13. It's not even close. Mississippi does lose to Marquette. This was a reasonable line. I told you to stay away from that, but I'm just lucky that I said that because the algorithm still had them up there. So that's a loss. Old Dominion loses to Indiana, apparently, by 41? What on earth? Is that right? Wait a minute. Did I got scores wrong in here? No, they only put up 36 points. I got to make sure I type that in right. That's craziness. Did half the team have COVID and leave in the second half? I don't understand what happened there. That's nuts. But anyway, tons of wins, right? That's what we're doing. Let's take a look at the away teams. Away teams, not so much, although they do win on the spread. Now, here's something that bothers me a little bit, which is things look a little inverted up here. We're not supposed to be losing games at the top. We're supposed to be losing games at the bottom. We do lose some games at the bottom, but we also lost some games at the top. So what I'm going to do tomorrow while I'm on the road, because I'm busy driving like 6 hours tomorrow, is I'll pull over and I'll look at why these teams lost. I actually did not go to the Wilmington Coastal Carolina game. I could have, but I really couldn't have. But I could have, sort of. They lost to Coastal Carolina. That was a big pick. I mean, this had a 46% margin. The only thing that kind of gives you some consolation is they're away, and I feel like we should just stay away from basically every away team and only maybe take them with the points if they're late, that you can get a lot of points with them. That's as you can see, we did okay on the spread with the away teams here. What kind of bump should we have had? I feel like we should have had a bump right around here, which is under 10%. 10% bump does better. 10% bump is actually okay. 10% bump, we go 8-6 on the spread and 8-5 on our teams, depending on what happens with Wyoming. What is happening with Wyoming, by the way? End of second, it's tied, of course. You can't let me end a video with a freaking win. Thank you. So I don't know what happened here. I'm going to look at the standings to figure out if we're distorting some stats, but it might just be some away teams losing, and that's what happens. If you go 10% bump, you go 33-8 and 22-20. Your home teams would go 25-3, which, believe it or not, is not better than your 0% home bump, which was 21-2, right? Yeah. So I like seeing I think that going forward, kind of the way we should structure our bets is 0% bump home teams. Because, I mean, look at what that's doing every day. 22-4, 25-2, 25-6 with wins all at the top. 16-1. Like, this is just, I mean, this is going to put the bookies out of business, everybody. That's what this is doing. So, I mean, pretty excellent day. Somehow I managed to lose money today. I didn't lose everything, but I did lose money because I just made some insane bets. I was just messing around. I took some crazy stuff. I took all these ridiculous lines. Like, I took South Carolina upstate at plus 1,400. I took Campbell. They won at plus 290. I took a bunch of crazy stuff. Just, I bet, like, there was a bet I had that was $5 to win, I think, $1,200 because I had a round robin with some just insane underdogs. So I was just messing around. And that's what I do, is I mess around and screw everything up. I break things for a living. So anyway, it was a really good day for many of you that bet. I've seen some messages and awesome. That's great. I will get hockey and basketball up at some point tomorrow. I don't know when the games start, but I will be roaming around on the road. Maybe I'll try to do it before I leave, or I don't know. We'll figure it out. But otherwise, I mean, that's what we'll focus on is our home teams, of course, our pot of gold picks. Our pot of gold picks, by the way, since I've been doing the New Year's version of the file, are 7-2. These are all home underdogs. 7-2 straight bets on these teams is very, very profitable. So hopefully that will continue. All right. Good luck, everybody. May all your picks be winning. And is Wisconsin going to win, or who is it? Not Wisconsin. Wyoming. I've been to that arena. I actually snuck into that arena in Wyoming, and when you show up in let's see, what city was it in? It wasn't in Casper. It was in it was near Cheyenne, I think, right? Actually, it's right outside of Cheyenne. It's not exactly in Cheyenne. It's in a different town. But when you show up in Wyoming, so at the arena in Wyoming, they've got plaques at all the parking spots. Like, there are parking spots at the arena that are reserved for specific people, and they have their name on them because there just ain't that many people that live in Wyoming. And I showed up there and I just walked right in. This was COVID times where you're not allowed to walk in. But when you show up in Wyoming, you just walk in and you act like you belong there. People are like, hello, how's it going? I just walked in, freaking shot a video from there. And they were super nice. Everybody was nice. And I walked out. It's a beautiful, beautiful arena. So, yeah, the Cowboys. That's right. So maybe they'll win because they're good folks over there in Wyoming. I like Wyoming people. Good times. All right, guys. Good luck, everybody. May all your picks have won. And we'll be back again tomorrow.